Moving on to the next slide and the next heading, which makes reference to what's in one, i.e. the event safety plan, and you make it clear in regards to the prior knowledge one should have and describe the event. So could you go into some detail?
Yeah, when you are putting your event safety plan together, it is, as we've said, it's both your statement of safety, but it's also describing what you're going to do. If your event has happened a number of times in the past and everybody knows it, so you've got an event that people know what Glastonbury is, they know what Wimbledon is, they know what the Great North Run is, they can understand it, and the local authority will be au fait with it as well. But if you're putting on a new event, you are, throughout the process of delivering your event, you're selling that idea to customers, you're selling that idea to partners, you're selling that idea to the authorities who are going to give you the permission, the licensing body. And you've got to make sure that people can work out what your event is. It's clear from the start what it is and why you're doing it. So they need from your event plan to be able to understand it. Now, you might, when you go along to see your safety advisor group, you may be able to take site plans, you may be able to take artist impressions, you may be able to show what it looks like. Now, lots of us had seen images on LinkedIn, images through the press of what the Virgin Money Arena at Newcastle is going to look like, the temporary outdoor arena for 2,500 guests at any one time, put into bubbles of up to 6 people. When that took place over the summer, providing a socially distanced music festival for the first time. So those artists help. Those artist impressions are going to give you, they're going to partly paint the picture, but obviously there's a lot more detail to go behind that. So that's what your event safety plan does. Within that, you are showing that you've looked at the risks involved. You're showing the management plan. You're showing how it will pan out. You're showing how you'll deal with responses and incidents. So the process has got to be clear. And if you leave grey areas, those are the ones that are likely to be challenged. In the early stages, you may not even at the draft stage of delivering your plan be able to answer every single question about how you are going to deal with everything. But what you have to demonstrate is that you've thought this through, that you're working towards it. Licenses are often granted early on, and they're subject to various conditions, and those conditions might be that further detail on how your camping is going to be sorted out, or further details on how your gates are going to be sorted out, or you've got a high proportion of children at your events. So how is their welfare going to be protected? How is that going to be managed under the licensing regulations? So you've got to make it clear as you go through. So you need to also know your timelines. When are people going to want the more detailed information? When are they going to need all of this detail? The whole thing is it's a mixture of the technical and a mixture of the narrative to be able to get the overall impression over, but to answer the detailed questions that building control, public health and others will have about how you are going to manage public safety on your site.